Santa just brought me this box here. Actually, hold on, it's March. Maybe it wasn't Santa. I thought it was Santa disguised as a FedEx guy, but maybe it was the FedEx guy. But anyway, I just got this here from Wattsaving. This is a level 2 charger that has a special feature that so far you couldn't really get in a residential charger. You would have to buy a commercial unit for $1,000 or more. And now Wattsaving has this US10 model with that feature that I've been waiting for a few years now. So I'm very excited to have received this Wattsaving US10 level 2 charger that has this feature. And so without further ado, let's get into this box and so we can see what this feature here is. Here we go. So we got a manual. There's a quick start guide on top for the excited people like me. And it's very well packaged. The box is really sturdy. And I mean, this came FedEx without an additional box around it. And it's got this nice heavy duty foam inside. So super good packaging. And here we go. This is the charger. This is the Wattsaving US10 in black. You can also get it in white, purple, and blue. And you can get it with 2 different plugs. Here we go. We have, let's take this off if we can. There we go. We got the NEMA 1450, which may also be known to you as a 50 amp RV plug. So it's a pretty common plug that you can find in many places already. You can also get it with a NEMA 650. So you have the option if you already have a plug. If not, I would recommend the NEMA 1450 because if you unplug the charger and use the outlet for something else, you got all the options with that. But yeah, so 2 different plugs available. Let's get this out of here. And so here we got the charger. This plugs into your outlet, and then here this is the cord for the J1772, and this cord is over 24 feet long. Look at this. Endless, plenty of cord. Okay, so, and that is important depending on your install, because your outlet may be in front of the garage, but you may have to plug in at the back of your car or the other way around or whatever, or from one side of the garage to the other. You got over 24 feet of cord here, so you can pretty much reach anywhere. So pretty cool. Also, we got a very sturdy, it feels really good, like a rubberized J1772 here. Feels comfortable in the hand, and it feels and looks like it's not one that breaks real easy. Also, it's got a nice strain relief here for the cord, so really like that. And if you're in a cold climate, this cord here, I can feel it. I know that feel exactly. First of all, it's not as heavy duty and super thick as some other cords, so it is very, very flexible. But I know this feel because I have trailers, and if you have trailers, you know that the cords get really stiff for the lighting and you can't move them, and this is exactly like the cold weather cords that I installed on my trailers that stay flexible down to very, very low temperatures. Even below freezing, they're usually nice and flexible. So this is going to be a great cord, especially for us. As you can see out here, snow. It's actually snowing today. We already got 2 inches of snow. But yeah, this is definitely a great cord. Even if you're in cold temperatures, this will work great. Also, the entire charger can actually be installed indoors or outdoors. It has a housing that is rated for outdoor installation, so not a problem if you have to do it outdoors. we're gonna be installing it out here in our carport, which is kind of a half outdoor installation. It'll be exposed some to the weather. It will definitely be exposed to the cold and hot temperatures. Well, whatever you consider hot. So, all right, let's get digging deeper here. Comes with the screws that you need. They provide wall anchors if you're installing it into drywall. If you have another surface, you don't need the anchors. Then there's a single black screw, and that single black screw will secure the charger to its mounting bracket. We'll show you that in a second. Then what else we got? We got this here. Here we go. This is metal. This is a sturdy bracket for hanging your cord, so you can coil it up here and hang your 24 feet of cord right on here. So you can put that wherever you need it, close to the charger or maybe a little bit away, and you just have a drape it over there, whatever. But sturdy, not just cheap plastic, it is metal, so super cool. We got the bracket here, if I can get it out of the bag. Let's see here. There we go. So this is the bracket that we'll be installing on the wall, and then the charger easily slides into it. There's actually a couple slots up here and a couple slots on the bottom, and you easily just hook the charger in, slide it in, and then on the side there's one little hole. That's that one little black screw that I just had right here in this plastic bag. That will go in here and secure the charger so it can't be sliding up on its own, or as you're coiling the cord up or whatever you're doing, it won't be able to come up. It will secure it in the bracket. And now, the last but not the least, actually the most exciting part about this. The most exciting thing, it's in this little bag here. If I can get it out. Haha! Whoops! Here we go. These things right here. Let me come closer so you can see them. These things right here. Yep. What are those? Haha! They're RFID cards. Those are RFID cards. What's an RFID card? You might have gotten one from like ChargePoint or Blink or some other charge provider, so that when you get to one of their chargers, you can swipe it or just hold it up to the charger, tap it to the charger, whatever you want to call it, to start the charger. And this card identifies that it's you. So, so we get two of those cards with this charger here. And then on the charger itself, down here in the area, it says card. And you can switch the charger over so it only works with these RFID cards, and you can then just hold it here and start it. Why is that so exciting? Well, what if you need to charge your car in a parking structure? Maybe you live in an apartment building, in a condo building, or you rent a space that is a parking structure, and you can have your charger there. But now anybody can just come and charge, plug in and charge, right? So with these, that's no longer possible. If somebody wants to charge, they can plug in, but nothing happens. They need to have the RFID card, your RFID card, to charge. This will also be something cool, like if you have a vacation rental that you rent out, and so somebody there shows up with an EV and they would like to charge, right? So you just leave the key in your vacation rental, and then those people can easily charge there. Nobody else can actually charge, just the people that have the card. So, and we really love this feature. I think this will come in handy for many of you, especially if you don't have your own garage, if you share a garage, if you're in a parking structure where you can have your charger. This is the coolest feature ever, because only you can actually use this charger. So now we just need to get this basically installed. Maybe let's take a quick look at it here. There's really not much to it. It's nicely shaped, so you could actually drape your 24 over 24 feet of cable here over the top if you wanted to, without using the bracket. That seems to work just fine here the way it's shaped. There's an LED up here that will indicate what's going on. Purple is basically the charger is ready and not plugged in. As you plug it in, it will turn blue, and as it starts charging, it will turn green, and it will blink green. And as your car reaches the set state of charge, then it will stop charging, and as long as it's plugged in, it will just be green. And if your car still needs power or will start charging again for whatever reason, it will start blinking again until you unplug it, and then it'll just turn purple again. And it'll be a little bit different with the RFID card. So as you plug it in, it will turn blue, but that's where it will be stuck until you bring the RFID card up to here. Then it will switch over and start charging. So yeah, really cool charger. And on the back side here, we got the 4 pins that slide into the bracket here. So real easy. We got a reset button over here. For any reason something goes wrong or whatever, you may have to use the reset button. At this point, basically, we need to go out there, install that thing and test it. And well, it is snowing today, but I think I'm gonna be brave today and we'll go out there and install that in our carport. Currently, what we are lacking is the plug out there. We are not prepared yet. We don't have the plug where this charger is going. We have a plug on the opposite side, but that's not where the charger is going, because on the opposite side we already have 2 chargers, 2 Tesla wall connectors. And so this is going on the other side, and we'll be using this for our Rivian. That's hopefully coming at some point this year. We hope. Rivian, deliver. So anyway, so yeah, we don't have the plug there yet, so we can't plug it in right now with a regular outlet, but we do have an extension cord that I can run over, so we can plug it in that way, power it up, test it, and then when the electrician comes out and installs the outlet, we're in business. So let's get going. All right, so like I said, too excited. It's snowing, as you can see, pretty heavily. Actually, we're getting over 1 inch per hour, it looks like at this point. So what I wanted to show you real quick is this is the one post we have here for our carport, and we got the 2 Tesla high-powered wall connectors here, as well as the NEMA 1450. And this is basically what we need on the other side, because on the other side, that's where we're going to install the Wattsaving US10 level 2 charger. And so here, these look at this. This is Tesla. They're quite hard. Okay, they're about the same thickness actually as the other cord, but they're much stiffer, and it's just about a degree or 2 below freezing. So the other cord will do much better in these temperatures and will not be as stiff as these here from Tesla. All right, so now let's get over to the other side and install our Wattsaving level 2 charger. All right, as you can see, the table already gets snow covered here. It's blowing it in underneath the carport, but that's no problem for our charger here. Like I said, this is an outdoor rated housing, so it can be out in the weather, no problem whatsoever. It's got all the protection it needs to have to be out here, so this will not be an issue whatsoever. So let's get started with the install. If you look in the manual, the installation instructions are in here in detail. Everything is in here, so you can just follow the installation instructions. And the instructions in here are for installing it basically on a wall that is covered in drywall. And so usually you have your outlet on your wall, and your outlet is attached to a stud in a wall like that, and it's either to the left or to the right of the stud, which you don't know. So you use a stud finder to locate the stud, and then you want to make sure that two, either left or right, whichever, two of these screws actually go into the stud, so that that it's secured properly, and then the other two, well, they just go into the drywall. This is unpreventable, but you can use the anchors as needed, and they come with screws. Actually, if you do an install that where you go into the studs, I would even use longer screws, but that's my preference, and I would not use the anchors on the stud side. I would just pre-drill and use like 2.5 or even 3-inch screws going into the stud, so that you have at least 2 points secured 100%, and this thing will never ever come off. But yeah, make sure you have at least 2 screws into the stud. So for us it's a little different because we're installing on this post, so this is completely different install. Same thing if you would install on a wall, on a wooden wall or something where you basically have a solid surface without studs, you can pretty much install it anywhere. For us it will just fit right on here. Okay, if you have your outlet placed already, like so many of you probably do, you want to determine the height where your charger is going. Okay, so, and don't go just like this and stretch the cable. You want to put a little bend. It's a little hard to hold it all. You want to put a little bend into the cable here, okay? Because if you don't put that bend in there, you won't be able to plug it in and unplug it without actually pulling on this. And we don't want to pull ever on this. This is not designed to be pulled on, obviously. So when you mark the height where your charger is going to go, make sure you allow for some bend in this cable here, so you don't have any issues. Also, if you want to actually take this charger with you, this is a trick here. You could actually use this as a portable charger. It's not really designed to be, but because it just slides in here and it's an outdoor rated housing, so you could actually, after installing it, just slide it off, take it with you and use it as a portable charger. And so, yeah, make sure you got enough slack here in this cord so you can easily unplug it, because if you can't unplug it, you can't take it with you. If you can't unplug it easily, you're probably putting strain on this, and it's not supposed to have strain on there. So make sure of that. The hanger here for your cord, you can put that anywhere you want. So you put that below the charger, up above, wherever. That is up to you. That's personal preference. It could also be like 6 feet away and you kind of just hang your cord and then coil it up 6 feet away. It's a possibility. You could also secure this cord along the wall with electrical clamps. They're available at the hardware store if you wanted to, and run it down, because you have over 24 feet available. And if your plug is at the front of the garage, but you're charging at the back, you may not want to uncoil that every time, so you can actually just uncoil it, attach it to the wall going back there, put your bracket back there, and just coil up whatever is left on here, making it much easier for you to use. That's one of the big benefits of having over 24 feet of cord here. So, but now for us, it's basically putting the bracket on here at this point. We'll put the hanger on the side over here, and then we'll plug it in and we'll test it out. So let's go. For us, I will use the provided screws. That makes it easy. Make sure you don't put your bracket upside down. So make sure the open slots are at the top and the closed slots are at the bottom, or you will have a little problem to install your charger. And like I said, for us it's real easy. We don't have to worry about the distance right now. That will be the electrician's problem, to make sure the plug is going to be in the right position. And so I just marked where I want the bracket to be, so that the charger is at the height where I want it to be. All right, the bracket's on there. Now we'll put the hanger here on the side. All right, so hanger is there. Bracket for the charger is here. So we got the 4 pins on the back. We just need to line that up here. There we go, already in. So now at this point, there's a chance this could slide out while you're coiling up the cord or something. So we want to secure that, and for that reason you get this little baggie with this one single black screw. I believe it goes on this side here. Yep. There we go. All right, now it is secured and can't go anywhere anymore. So, oh, let's get the table a little bit, oops, out of the way here. There goes the drill gun. All right, let's coil this up. And it being brand new, it's a little tough to get those little tiny coils out. All right. Okay, there we go. Let's get the snow out of there. Perfect. All right, here we go. Now let's power this up. And all right, already installed. So this is as easy as, I don't know, I mean, cutting a slice of bread or whatever. Super easy. So pretty much anybody can install this. Just have an electrician install the outlet and look in the manual and show the electrician the manual. So he puts the outlet in with the ground pin towards the top so that it will work just like that. All right, so now you can see we got purple light right here, which means the charger is ready to do some work. We got the car right here. We just need to plug in. And so since this here is a Tesla, we will need the adapter, which I got right here. So if you have a Tesla gives you this adapter that comes with the car and just plugs into any J1772, and then it looks like this. And then we can plug it in here. So now with this here, I need to go in the car real quick and open the charge port, and we'll plug in. All right, charge port open. Let's see here. Probably need 2. There we go. Plug in. Okay. There we go. Woohoo! Look at this. It's blinking green here. It's blinking green there. We're charging just like that. Super easy. So we haven't really talked about the specs of this charger yet. This is a 240 volt, 32 amp charger that equals 9.6 kilowatts. So that means you can roughly get 10% charge per hour in your car. Obviously that depends on your car's battery size. So if you are anywhere, if you're down like a Chevy Bolt at 66 kilowatt hours, you will get a little more than 10%. If you're just about 80 kilowatts, 90 kilowatts, you'll get about 10%. If you're 100 or 110, you may get a little less, right? So, but roughly you can get 10% of charge an hour with this charger here. And that's pretty decent. That will definitely do for most cars out there. I don't see a problem, especially not for daily driving. So that is a perfect size, I think. So now we can see this works wonderful here, charging. We can just, as any J1772, we can just press the lock. It will stop charging. We unplug and there it goes, purple again. So now another thing we can do is, let's plug back in. There we go. We're charging again. So now I'm going to lower the set level for the state of charge, so it will stop on its own, and we'll see what happens here. All right, so I put the level down in the car, so it should stop charging here. There we go, it stopped charging. Now I have a green solid light. So that is kind of what it is. If you have whatever you set your car to, some cars you can't set. Most cars nowadays you can set a state of charge that you want to charge to, and that's how it looks like when it reaches that state of charge. Now let me turn that back up and see if this automatically turns back on the way it should. All right, I increased the level again, so the car should start charging again. And here we go, we're blinking again. So we're charging again. So this works perfect, just as designed. So now, this is called plug and charge. And that means you can just plug in and it will charge. But now this charger is outdoors, right? I mean, anybody can pull up and charge, and that's where this RFID card comes in so handy. So let's bring the RFID cards out. All right, I got my two RFID cards right here, and I got the manual so I can follow the instructions on how to set it up for RFID card enabling. You get two cards, but you don't need to use both cards on here. They're both exactly the same, so you just enable it with one card. The other card is automatically enabled along with it, so we can put this actually aside. We just need the one. Okay, so we're still charging right now, but the manual says, and it's in the manual step by step, how to enable the RFID cards is when your charging station is in standby. Well, it's charging right now, so let's change that. All right, purple light, we're in standby. Press the reset button and hold until the LED turns orange. The reset button is over here. We'll press. There we go. We got an orange LED now. And then is place the RFID card onto the card reader within 15 seconds. Right there. We did that. You could see the LED turns back to purple, just as it says in here. And it says another RFID card will automatically be enabled without any operation. So this is the other RFID card. We use this one to enable. Let's throw that away. Not throw it away, but put it away. And so we're going to use this card and see if we can actually enable charging now. Let's see here. The car is still ready. And so now instead of going green, it goes blue and stays right there. If it can charge, it will go immediately to green. But here it goes blue. We tap the card right there, it goes green, and I can hear a click, and it is blinking. So, and the car is charging. So yes, both cards are enabled automatically. So it doesn't matter which card you use to enable it, both of them are the same, they both will be enabled. And it only works with those two RFID cards and not any other RFID card of any kind. So that's the pretty cool feature. So yeah, like I said, if you're in a apartment building and you have this in the parking structure where you have shared parking, or anywhere else where you have shared parking and you have your charger there, you can use that RFID card so nobody else can use your charger. Or like I said, if you maybe have a vacation rental and you want your guests to be able to charge but nobody else, you just put that RFID card in the house and your guests can just use the RFID card to enable the charger here whenever they're home and need to charge, but nobody else can. This charger is in about the price range between $400 and $500. It will be out in April. It will be available on Amazon. Obviously, this charger fills that void that we had so far where you couldn't have your charger in a public environment because anybody could charge. So with this RFID reader there, you can do that now. But even if you don't need the RFID reader, you can still use this charger for normal charging. The nice thing is this charger is not more expensive than the others out there. They're all about in the same price range. Most of those right now are between $400 and $500. So is this one. So it goes right along. It's not like a Blink charger or a ChargePoint charger where you need to spend $1,000 or $2,000 or more dollars to get an RFID card reader. You get this for the regular price of a level 2 charger of the similar size. So that is really cool. And yeah, this here is another cool thing. I mean, super flexible if you're in a cold environment. That makes it really super nice. Also, you have over 24 feet of cable, so I could easily reach the car on the other side there. I can go a car length back this way. I can go a car length back that way. I could go out here if I needed to. I mean, so this is really cool with this long cord and the nice sturdy bracket there to coil up your cord on. So this is really, I think, a great thing. And we are going to leave it enabled with the RFID card. If you do enable the RFID card, you will have to contact Wattsaving to disable that feature again. And they will give you instructions on how to do so. So I would say do not enable it if you don't want to use it, okay? Otherwise, like I said, you will have to contact them. That's what it says in the manual. And then they will help you to disable that feature. Obviously, they didn't want to make it easy to disable that feature because if somebody would know the charger, they could come along and just disable the feature on your charger and use it, right? So that's why at this point, yes, you have to contact them and they will run you through on how to do it on your charger. Also, when the RFID card reader is enabled and it's charging now, as it comes to a stop, it will automatically charge again. So let's check that real quick here. And I'm gonna, again, turn the level down. All right, so turn the level down. It should stop charging here shortly. There we go, stop charging. So now this is green. So if I turn the charge level up, the car can pull power again. Let's do that real quick. So we should be charging again here. There we go. I heard a click and here we are blinking again. So now we're charging again. So this is with the RFID card enabled, but it was always plugged in. It was never unplugged. So now, again, I could just unplug it now, or we can simulate again that it would have reached the set state of charge. Let's do that. All right, and let's see here. Just another second or two. There we go. Okay, so this is usually how you would find your car, I guess, in the morning. It would be solid green here because it stopped charging, and now you're unplugging. So we're unplugging and you can see the charger goes purple at this point. So if somebody comes along in the middle of the night and would unplug you, it would just go that way. Now, could that person plug that into their car and charge again? Well, let's try. We'll plug it in. Oops, it goes blue. So, and now nothing happens. So once it's getting unplugged, it will go back to this mode where it needs the RFID card to start again. So if somebody unplugs it into their car, they won't be able to start it. So at this point, we would need the card again, right there, just like this. Okay, now we're green again. And so right now it's not charging because remember we set the charge level low. But if, well, the need comes up to charge right now, let's see. There we go. So the car now is calling for charge, and we are charging. It's blinking green again. So it's as simple as that. Works just wonderful. I'm really excited about this charger, and this will be our charger for the Rivian when it ever shows up. So yeah, I love this little guy here. Wattsaving US10 240 volt 32 amps 9.6 kilowatts. Comes with an NEMA 1450, a NEMA 650, and they advertise 4 colors: black, purple, blue, and white. So should be out on Amazon here in April of 2023, and it should be in the price range of $400 to $500, just like all these other chargers are, but this one has the RFID card feature that you usually don't find on any other residential charger. So really cool charger. So yeah, this is it. This is the Wattsaving US10 with the RFID card reader. Cool thing, I really love it. All right, it's getting a little chilly out here, especially the hands. So I think I'm going back inside where it's nice and warm and not snowing. In any event, please give us a thumbs up for this video. Subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell. Go down below in the description and click the link to our Redbubble store. We got some EV-inspired merch there. Maybe you'll find something you'd like. Also, go back to our channel and look at the older videos, especially if you're new or newer to the channel and you haven't seen all our videos yet. We got tons of videos about driving in the wintertime because that's a huge concern for many people. And it really doesn't have to be, but go watch our videos about wintertime driving with this car here. Our rear-wheel drive Tesla Model S will tell you everything about how this is easily possible to do. We also have winter driving with our 2020 Chevy Bolt. We have wintertime driving with the 2022 Chevy Bolt EUV, and with our 2018 Tesla Model 3 long-range dual motor. So there's lots of stuff to see, and in all those road trip videos that we have, we give you all the stats, we give you all the tips and tricks. Here and there we put in an OBD reader and give you even more detailed information. But yeah, go back and look at all those videos. Lots of cool information there. In any event, thank you for watching. Goodbye.